Hello everyone, this is HSC Arduino Lesson 6 for the spring semester of 2021, and today we are going to be talking about the IR remote transmitter. So, some basics about the IR transmitter. IR, or infrared communication, is one of the most common methods of wireless communication due to being very easy to use and having an affordable price. Infrared light, with a wavelength longer than visible light, is not within the range of human vision. That's why it's a very good option for wireless communications. When you press a button on your TV control, let's say, an LED on your control turns on and off continuously and causes a modulated infrared signal to send from the control of your TV. This command will execute after the signal is demodulated. IR receiver modules are used to receive IR signals. These modules work in 38 kHz frequency, and when the sensor is not exposed to any light at its working frequency, the Vout output, also shown as plus V in the middle pin of the IR sensor shown, the V output will have a value equal to Vs, or the power supply. When you expose 38 kHz of infrared light to this sensor, then the output will become 0. These modules have 3 pins for signal, plus V, and ground, where most of your Arduino modules will have it written as GRY, signaling ground, plus V, and signal. Lastly, here there's the materials for the IR module, which is number 1, the IR receiver module, the remote, Arduino Uno, wires, and your breadboard. And here is the layout of the circuit. Please pause the video in order to finish the circuit before you move on. Alright, now we move on to our coding. The first thing we want to do is we have to download the library for the IR remote control, which is where you go to Sketch and then you go to Include Libraries. Under here, you should be able to go to Manage Libraries, and this window should pop up. From here, please type in IR remote, and this one should pop up. It would most likely be the second one on the list. And here I have already installed it, but over here you should have an install button. And after you install, your screen should change to this. And from here you could select the version. In my case, my code is running on version 2.70. So I'm going to install this one. Please do the same. And we could now close our window. From here, we could call up our include IR remote, which will be #, and next we have to set up our pin, which is and now I have put this pin at pin number 11, however, make sure you put it in whatever pin you have inserted it at. And now this is code from our library. Now we're going to put in the value received from our sensor into receive pin. Next, we want to decode our results into hex. And we're going to assign it the word results. Now we can move on to our setup. So we'll begin our code with 9,600 milliseconds. And IR receive again. This is pulling code from our IR remote library. And we're going to enable the IR pin. next, we're going to have our code for our library again. And this time we're going to do a code called blink13, which is if the remote button is pressed, and we're going to put in true. Now we move on to our void loop, and we're going to make an if function statement on if I receive the code has the result. And what we're going to do is print it out. The result value in our hex code is what it's saying. And then next is we're going to resume our sensor to continue sensing for more signals coming from our remote control. Alright, with this we could try compiling our code. Please fix any mistakes there might be. In this case, I have accidentally said IRN in rather than IRN. And with this, our code is finished, so we could upload it. And then we could open our serial monitor under Tools and test out if our remote control is able to put out values. Thank you.